Alright, welcome to an art tour. It is June 15th on the day of Wipe, and I wanted to showcase my friend's art before it resets or it gets exploded or whatever. So we have here some sort of share of the cuck variety. This is him. He is a teacher. He's taught for 3 years recently, changing careers. We'll see where that takes him. I wish him good luck in all of his endeavors. So first we have Gladiator 2. This top piece is a very iconic scene from Gladiator 2. Loving the work on the hand. The snake lines are impeccable. You can tell I don't know if he gave up right here or he wanted to leave it like that, but I like the way it looks. And you're going to see something with his art that's pretty prominent throughout all of his works, and it's these lips. The lips. Pay attention to the lips. He has an interesting way of dealing with lips. This bottom painting below Gladiator 2 is, I'm not quite sure from what film. I wanted to confirm with him before I did this video, but as it's the last day before the wipe's going to reset, the art won't be here anymore, so I have to just make it right now. I don't know what this is from. It could be that my first thought was that, what is that movie with Sandra Bullock where she saves the black kid from the neighborhood and he's big and he plays football? Is it Sandra Bullock? I can't remember. But I don't think that's it, because this guy doesn't look like him. But anyways, let's move on. This is some sort of Wookiee and an albino Wookiee. I'm not quite sure what it is on the left, but let's spin it and see which one we are. I did add take a seat to this. I think I added a lot to this painting. Ooh, it looks like I'm an albino Wookiee. Okay. Then to our right here we have obviously Jackie Chan from Rush Hour. He is looking a little disturbed, maybe forlorn, like he's about to weep, or he has been crying. When the councilman, when his daughter gets kidnapped in Rush Hour 1, I think this is when he fails. This is maybe the scene from when he fails, and he's really upset. He can't help save his the daughter, Soo Young. He does eventually help and save Soo Young, but not to spoil it. You probably should have seen it by now. Let's move on. Here we have a wheel, and this room's good. This room has a lot to work with. So, in one of the wipes we played, we were called the Bridge Pigs, because Lucas has an affinity for wood, and he loves to build bridges for us and other people in Rust. He doesn't really dedicate himself to building anything other than like things that are wood-like. I mean, there's a wipe where he actually just built a big wood penis in front of our base and a cathedral. We played 7 days with him, and he built a whole church out of wood. And if you know anything about 7 days, it's very difficult to do that. But we were considered the Bridge Pigs for one wipe, and he did replace the P with an N. That's not something I would do, but he decided to do it. Spin or die. Let's spin. Hope I get something good. Hope I get something that I can put on YouTube. I am, what does that say? Chopped. Yeah, I guess so. Whatever that means, I'm not quite sure. Now, this next painting is iconic. I recently been watching X-Files with a good friend of mine, and we've been watching it in Discord from time to time when we just feel like hitting an episode. And the X-Files is extremely It's good. It's really good writing. Some episodes are like throwaway episodes. There's a lot of threads online about how you can skip certain episodes or this and that, but we're just running it like front to back. And I think that Scully is one of the most beautiful women that I have ever seen in my life at the age of 36 years old. Maybe I'm recency biased, but she is stunning. It's not really represented too well in this painting, I will say, but he's got the hair, he's got her face kind of down, the arms and the stoic posture more as like a Mulder thing, I would think.
You see, I've seen the future, and the future looks just like him. Imagine going through your whole life looking like that.
She's more of a lax, supportive posture is what you'll see from her a lot. But, she does have the FBI badge on, as you can see, and she's folding her arms. Maybe she's upset with Mulder here. I don't quite know if he is on his alien shit, and she's like, Mulder, there's a scientific way we can explain this. Please stop with the goddamn aliens, man. You're killing me. But, yeah, that's that. So, let's move on. Now, this one I'm not sure of. We'll start with the bottom one because I have a lot to say about the top. I think this is some sort of reference to an eyeball looking at a boat. But I say reference to eyeball looking at a boat like that's something. Sorry, I'm messing up my words here. I'm trying to one-take Jake this shit. It's an eyeball, obviously, looking at a boat, and I think it has something to do with Moby Dick. Now, I have not read Moby Dick further than 17 pages. There's a long-standing joke with me and my friends where I can't get further than 17 pages in a book. Now, the person behind this art has wrote many books, and I've only even read his books, of which I'm a character in sometimes, not all the time, I think a few times. 17 pages. I just have a difficult time reading. I don't know, there's some sort of learning disability here. I'm not even trying to joke. I really think that there's something going on there. I can't focus enough to sit down and read a book, and it's something I'm trying to work on and maybe actively help myself, because reading is good. I'm trying to do audiobooks here and there, but I think that this, even though I'm only 17 pages into it, where Ishmael is about to lay with a nice black man for the first time in his life, and he's questioning his sexuality, I think, at the time, or there's some allegorical meaning behind why he's laying with this black man. I don't know, but I only got to where he got into the bar and started to rest his head before his sea shanty, ocean shanty expeditions. But I think this is a reference to Moby Dick. Maybe it's the eye of the whale looking at the ship or boat. Not quite sure, but I like it. This scene is an immediate recognize for me. If you know, you know. If you don't, you probably should. I won't. Well, I guess I'll say this. Spoilers for Breaking Bad if you haven't seen Breaking Bad. This is Walter White from Breaking Bad. Or, Bryan Cranston, if you know Malcolm in the Middle. This is post Malcolm in the Middle dad Hal. He played a character, Walter White, in the series Breaking Bad that was very popular when it came out. I was actually late to the series, and my brother told me to watch it, and I sped through 4 seasons, and I think I watched the 5th season when it was coming out. But this scene is one of the most iconic scenes in that series, and it is when I'm pretty sure Hank gets shot. And Hank is Walter White's brother-in-law. He is a DEA agent, and he finally cracks down on Walter and finds out that Walter's been making meth to help with his cancer treatment, and then eventually falling into this drug kingpin situation where he wants to be the all-powerful mighty god of this drug empire that he's created. And Hank finds him out, finally. And he is caught by these meth head bikers while he's about to arrest his brother-in-law Walt, and eventually shot as well as his partner Gomi, and put in a hole and left there, while Walter stares on in horror. You can see the lines in his face really represent the horror. I don't know if this is a direct like copy or if he like was looking at the reference photo. I'm guessing all these are he's looking at the reference photo because it'd be very hard to do this from memory. But you can see the horror on his face quite it's quite prominent, and his bald head, little square on top. But you know, faces are not easy. Once again, like I mentioned in the beginning, the lips here. There's something going on with the lips. I haven't quite figured out Lucas and his lip technique. I'm liking it more and more. Maybe I'll continue. I'll show some old works that he's done over the past like year since he's gotten back into Rust and mostly drawing. Yeah. So that's the end of the tour. Shout out to the artist. If you'd like to support him and you like his art, please like this video. Man, that camera is slow. What the hell? Got the delay on. Support him at lucasjoelthomas.com. I'll put it on the screen. Or you can go to his YouTube and support him there. Like I said, he's recently switching careers. He was a teacher for 3 years, and now he's looking for work in a different, some different aspect, or maybe the same aspect. I'm not quite sure. But any money I make from this video will go to directly supporting him in Rust with art. I'll probably buy him the art pack. I'm thinking about doing it if he doesn't do it because of him not having employment currently. Sorry, I'm rambling. lucasjoelthomas.com for his literature that he writes and for his YouTube videos where I'm featured quite often and other people are featured. Dreambinger. DreamBinger. Thanks for watching.